Happy Fountain Pen Day weekend. Today I have a new pen from Myers Pen Company. Myers Pen Company is the new conglomerate name for Addicted to Pens, Addicted to Blanks, and Handyman Hobbyist. This pen is one of their alpha models, and the blank is the Indigo Abalone. The resin has swirls of indigo blue, bright neon blue, and an opal or pearl white with splashes of purple. The body of the pen has slightly conical ends and a straight line shape to the barrel and cap. The transition from the cap to the barrel is minimal with a very slight step down. The cap comes off in about 1 3/4 turns to reveal an FPR or Fountain Pen Revolution nib, which I believe is a fine nib. I don't see any markings to indicate the nib size. The Alpha model pens come with your choice of an FPR nib or a JoWo nib. There is a small increase in cost for the JoWo nib, but I appreciate that we have this choice. The section has a modified hourglass shape which flares out toward the nib and gives your fingers a secure grip and prevents sliding down onto the nib. We have here some standard threads, followed by a step up to the rest of the barrel, which continues in a straight line to the end of the pen. The pen comes equipped with a converter, which is not threaded. The pen blank has been turned so that the resin is nicely thick, so there should not be any chance of this cap cracking. I will be inking my pen with Blue 72, a Franklin Christoph ink. This is the ink that Franklin Christoph uses in their demonstrator pens at the pen shows, and it is a proprietary formula, which means they won't tell you a lot about how it's made. I think it will be a nice pairing for this pen. And I will be writing on Irofil paper, which is a Japanese brand. I am writing with light or normal pressure here. and find the nib to be very pleasant, with a fine line and a very slight feedback. Now I apply some pressure to this nib, and I'm very happy to discover that there's more to be experienced with this nib. With some moderate pressure, a good bit of line variation can be had. And this nib is not even sold as a flex nib. Also notice that I have not experienced any railroading issues. Now, let's get closer to the page and write again, this time using some pressure to achieve line variation. This is one of my favorite book quotes from The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang. Takeru just smiled. You may have given Yukino Dono a great sword, but the weapon you have given me is greater than metal. You have given me knowledge of the blade itself. I wonder if this quote was the inspiration for the title of Joe Abercrombie's book, The Blade Itself. I feel like it must have been. My conclusion and opinion is that I like this pen very much. Not only the beauty of it, but also this FPR fine nib. I am very impressed with the writing experience. Thanks to Alan at Myers Pen Company for providing this pen. And thanks to all of you. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.